With pranams to His Holiness, a warm good morning to one and all. I, Dr. Madhusudan VG, wholeheartedly welcome you all to this only one of its kind webinar on pharmacovigilance organized by the Peripheral Pharmacovigilance Center of JSS AMC and Hospital, Mysore. Pharmacovigilance is not a new entity or subject in Ayurveda. Rather, it is being imbibed in Ayurveda from long ago, even in its Samhitas. We have a good reference found in Charaka Samhita, aptly mentioned by Acharya Charaka, that Yogadapi Visham Tikshnam Uttamam Bheshajam Bhavet Bheshajam Chapi Duryuktam Tikshnam Sampadyate Visham. A potent poison becomes a very best drug on proper usage and administration, whereas on the contrary, opposite to that, even the best drug can act as a poison when not properly used. With this, pharmacovigilance is the science and activities relating to the detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of ADRs, that is adverse drug effects, or any other possible medicine-related problems. Let me invite Dr. Lavanya to invoke blessings of Vigna Vinayaka for smooth conduction of this program. Dr. Lavanya, please.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं महादेवसुतो महादेवसुतो गुरुगुहनुतो मानकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियो महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियो मूषिकवाहनमोदक प्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियो मूषिकवाहनमोदक प्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं
Namaste to everyone. My pranamas to the lotus feet of His Holiness Jagadguru Sri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji. In commemoration with 105th Jayanti celebration of His Holiness Jagadguru Dr. Sri Shivaratri Rajendra Mahaswamiji, we are organizing a national webinar on pharmacovigilance and awareness program for Ayush systems of medicine. On this platform, I welcome today's resource person. The first speaker, the first resource person, Dr. A. Pramod Kumar, Associate Professor, Chabrolu Hanuman Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, Gunturu, Andhra Pradesh. Sir is expert in pharmacovigilance. He has completed PG diploma in pharmacovigilance itself with the qualification of M.Pharm and PhD. I welcome you, sir. I wholeheartedly welcome you for the seminar and for also accepting our invitation as a resource person. The second eminent speaker of today's webinar is Dr. Sri Harsha, Faculty, Department of Pharmacy Practice, JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore. He is also a M.Pharma PhD person and PG diploma in pharmacovigilance and expert in pharmacovigilance as well as pharmacotherapeutics. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of principal staff and institution management.
Thank you, sir.
I also welcome our Honorable Director for Medical Education, who is the backbone of our institution for all the activities, Sri Mahesh R. Sir, for this webinar. Due to inevitable work, he is not able to attend this inauguration function. I welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Sabeshwarkar Sir, for this webinar, who is inspiration to conduct this webinar. I also welcome our Dean, Dr. Rajesh Udupudi, for supporting to organize this webinar. I also welcome our program assistant, Dr. Namita R. Chandra, for this event. The main person or the technical person, our colleague, I welcome Dr. Madhusudan for this webinar. Welcome all the teaching faculty of our institution for supporting this webinar. I welcome Dr. Lavanya, Dr. Anandu, and Mr. Sagar for this webinar. I welcome who are the center of attraction. Without these personnel, it is not possible to organize this webinar. Who are the center of attraction of this webinar? The delegates. Without your support, it is not possible to conduct this webinar. I welcome you all. Welcome you once again, one and all. Thank you.
With pranams to His Holiness, good morning one and all. No medicinal product is entirely or absolutely safe for all people in all places at all times. So we must always line with some measure of uncertainty. According to this, pharmacovigilance has become a need for our Ayurvedic medicines also. So this national webinar on pharmacovigilance is being conducted today, followed by guest lecture by our eminent guest speakers. Firstly, our coordinator of Peripheral Pharmacovigilance Center, JSS AMC and H, Dr. Jagadish G. Mitti, sir will deliver a guest lecture on the topic Introduction to Pharmacovigilance. Our guest speaker, who is an eminent known pharmacovigilance, Dr. A. Pramod Kumar, Associate Professor, Chebrolu Hanumaya Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh, will deliver a guest speech on the topic Detection and Reporting of Adverse Drug Reactions. And our another eminent guest speaker, Dr. Sri Harsha, Faculty, Department of Pharmacy Practice, JSS College of Pharmacy, JSS AHER, Mysuru, will deliver a speech on establishing pharmacovigilance center in hospital and experience. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Namita. It's time we hear from our guest speakers. I now request Dr. A. Pramod Kumar, Associate Professor from Chebrolo Hanmaya Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, please address the gathering. Dr. Pramod Kumar, sir, please.
Yeah, very good morning to one and all. So it's always pleasure to interact with the JSS Academy because a proud alumnus of JSS, it gives me immense pleasure to get associated with the faculty of the JSS Academy. Thank you for inviting me. So before I speak few words, let me thank the organizing committee, JSS Mahavidyapita and JSS Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital for choosing us to interact with you all and to deliver this session in today's program. So we all are proud Indians, like to speak about Ayurvedic products and the herbal formulation. So with the new technology and the support from the recent advancements, we are able to manufacture a lot number of herbal products. And also because of the more support in the transportation, we could outreach to all the rural areas. But the concern here is about the safety issues. So how well we are equipped to ensure the safety of the patients who are utilizing these herbal products. So in today's talk, we will be discussing in detail what are the measures that we have to take when we are going to deal with the use of these herbal formulations, and what are the various types of reporting systems that we have already in place, and what are the steps that are taken by the Ministry of Health and Ayush departments towards the safety of the herbal products in our country. So to address like few points, so I would like to share that when it comes to allopathy, we have a detailed centralized system. So CDSCO is responsible for the approval and banning of the drugs completely in our country. But when it comes to the herbal products, it is under the purview of individual states. So there is a lot of gap or lacuna in between the coordination. Only such kind of conferences will help to gather more information, to share our opinions, and finally we can ensure the well-being of our patients. So that is the importance of this type of conferences, especially in the herbal products. So just now I'm seeing the number of participants here. So that is very good. It is almost a double century here. So generally when it comes to the safety issues like these conferences, we have seen very few participants from the Ayush department. So I should thank the JSS Ayurveda College for pulling up such a good number of participants here. And also it shows that their interest towards this program. So with this brief note, I will hand over the platform to the organizing committee. So more details I'll be taking in my session, and also I can take up more questions over there. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Pramod Kumar, sir, for the, I can easily say it as a small trailer. You gave us what you will be explaining in the upcoming speech. I have made it more interesting, sir. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Srihar Shah, faculty from the Department of Pharmacy Practice, JSS College of Pharmacy, to kindly address the gathering for a couple of minutes. Sir, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the kind words of welcome, sir. Good morning, everyone. It is my.
Sir, your voice is very low, sir.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, sir. It is better.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for welcoming me to this auspicious program today. It is a humble and a privileged motion that that I'm there with you all today and sharing the dais with the eminent personalities, including my colleague and classmate, Dr. Pramod Kumar. And today we are very happy to share with whatever the little knowledge we have on the pharmacovigilance. And ultimately, we want to make sure that the patient safety has been invoked in the hearts of all of us. Now, before we speak about anything, I would like to seek the blessings of His Holiness Paramapurja Gurugal avardu matte Guru Parampa avarige namaskara marta idini. So, as my colleague Dr. Pramod has said that the necessity for the patient safety is increasing day by day. Now we have so many medications into the market, and so many other classes of the medicines are also reaching us. Now, when we look at all of them, and the end user, the consumer, has a lot of choices to take about it. Multiple, consultations, multiple systems, medication use, and ultimately, how are they interacting in the patient, and how are they going to, produce the pronounced effects into the patient system, and how are they suffering about that? These are the very little things that we are, very little we are aware of it. So this is, I think, a time that we should come together, all the systems of the medicines, and we should try to understand how best can we address the patient safety issues when they're not using the medications. We anticipate that the patient should use the medications as it is prescribed. However, that is not the case in the most of the times. You see, most of the times it so seems that we are responsible, for the patients to take the medications how they are supposed to, but we cannot control the end users behavior when it comes to the, when they are on their own supervision. So when this happens, and with the too much of information that is available around us, you see, making sure that the patient is receiving the right medication to the right extent is a challenging aspect. Now, anticipating the patient safety because of such behavior thing, could be a challenging, and often it could lead to unwanted complications. So addressing them, identifying such risk behaviors and addressing them at the early itself, it could promote the patient safety. So with this brief note, I would like to hand over this webinar back to the organizers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving us the gist of and telling us the importance of this pharmacovigilance in brief. I now request our beloved principal, Dr. Sarbeshwarkar sir, for the presidential speech. Sir, please.
Namaste to all of you. Ellarigu namaskar. Surrendering on the lotus feet of Param Pujya Jagat Guru Sri Shivaratri Deshkandra Mahaswamiji, praying on the lotus feet of Jagat Guru Dr. Sri Rajendra Mahaswamiji, and also praying to all these gurus of this parampara, legacy of 1060 years of Jesus, Sikhetra Sutur. Also, I pray on the lotus feet of all my teachers who has imparted their knowledge and bringing me to this stage. Thank you all. I take the privilege to be part of this knowledge sharing session. Somebody may think that it is pharmacovigilance. It's a in Ayurvedic perspective, it is something, okay, we may opt it or may not opt it. But yes, the delegates are now the new generations, the intelligent brain coming to the Ayurveda to study not as a chance but a choice. This is made inevitable for the newcomers, new generations. No, I have to learn. I have to learn for the betterment of the society. With this perspective, Minister of Ayush, Government of India has taken its initiations for opening a window that what best we can make a safety when we are as a doctor we are prescribing. Having said that, it is not like that. Ayurveda did not have this translation work or pharmacovigilance, which today we are talking about. If you go to the classics 3000 years before, it may be Charak Samhita, it may be Sushruta Samhita, it may be contemporary any text in Ayurveda. They have very, very specially enlightened the importance of the medicines, the importance of their combination, composition, their dose, their time of administration, compatible, incompatible with the food, before food, after food, and very specific precautionary measure for the toxic drugs, and so also for the mineral preparations. So these are all scientifically documented. just put to one, share one knowledge to our delegates. Talk about Bostonava, aconitum ferox. It is not, though there are 50 classification by Charak, drug classification of plant medicines, Bostonava was not there. It has kept as a aside. It has kept as a separate drug for the Vishadravyas category. So later on, when you look for the Rasasodi and other contemporary text, these herbal drugs are also put into the different category, Nerium indicum, Aconitum ferox, so on. So also Cupilu, that is called as the Strychnos noxvomica. So these are the drugs, though it is used in the Ayurveda, they have put in a precautionary measure. Their doses. Similarly, also in mineral preparation, we have been using arsenic. Modern people, they may think, yeah, what Ayurveda people are using arsenic. There are 3 molecules of arsenic used. That's Haritala, Monostila, and Gauripashanam. AS2A3, AS2S2, and AS2O2. The most toxic is AS2O2, Gauripashanam. It is used in the 2 milligram dose. 1 milligram to 2 milligram is the dose. So what is today proved? The lethal dose also, if it is go beyond the prescription, it is coming toxicity. So how they know that time that 1 milligram, 2 milligram is the dose. It is given 2000 years before. So therefore, and also incompatibility. Virudahara, it is not only medicine. My 2 eminent speakers, they are not from Ayurveda. I want to just share one logic to you. It is said in text, incompatibility, Virudahara. It's not only medicine. They have also highlighted the food can be also toxic. The food can be also toxic if it is not have a good combination, compatible combination. It's called incompatibility, Virudahara. Look how depth they have looked into the welfare of the society. Therefore, they call as the Vaidyas are called Vaidya Narayana Hari. My dear colleagues, my next generation, please understand, we are not plain called as Vaidya, we are Vaidya Narayana Hari. We always pray, we stand in front of the patient as the healing doctor to the society. The apt says Vaidya Narayana Hari. Just one quote I want to share with you. Just look for the hydrogen peroxide, or you look for water, H2O. H2O is O. H2O is water. When you put in one more oxygen molecule to this, H2O2, it is hydrogen peroxide. It's a toxic product. How one oxygen molecules, if it is added, it's not a amruta, it is a bisha. So very clearly the documents are say, judgmentally, every individual, customize it, look for their, assess the patient, whatever prescription we're writing, look for their combination properly, whether it's fit for the different systems. So this is also been found in Ayurveda largely, which we call today under the pharmacovigilance. With this, I compliment both these eminent speakers, Dr. Pramod Kumar ji and also Dr. Siyas ji. I urge them that they have to highlight the hidden truth of pharmacovigilance. Probably this small attempt which is happening under the Ayush Ministry, it is going to push it a integration in the days to come. By 2030, if everything is happening well, how it is shaping it now, every person is receiving herbal drug, mineral drug, also antibiotics. It's a combination of all is happening to the patient. So if this documentation is proper, everything going well, probably by 2030, all these medicines, healing medicine in one umbrella, that's called integration, holistic approach. With these words, I thank our Dean, Professor Utpudiji. I also thanks coordinator and very eminent personalities from our institution, Professor Dr. Jagdish Mitiji. I also thanks Madam Namita, compliment and thanks Dr. Namita, coordinator of this program, and the website, the telecast head, Dr. Madhusudanji. Without his fingertips, we cannot do anything at this online method or sessions, and also the vibrant team. With this, I welcome all our delegates for this beautiful program and hope you are going to learn and taking this science to better height. This, I compliment all of them. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for an apt presidential speech. And now would like to request Dr. Namita, Program Assistant of the Peripheral Pharmacovigilance Center, JC Sarada Medical College and Hospital, to please take over the session. Madam, please.
Thank you, Dr. Madhusudan, sir. I welcome our first speaker, Dr. Jagadish G. Mitti, who is our coordinator, Peripheral Pharmacovigilance Center, JSS Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital. He has done his UG from DGM Ayurvedic Medical College, Gadag, Karnataka, PG from ALNR Memorial Ayurvedic Medical College, Koppa, Karnataka, and PhD from National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur. He is presently working as professor in the Department of Rasashastra and Vaishajya Kalpana, JSS Ayurveda Medical College, Mysuru, since February 2017. He has teaching experience more than 15 years for both UG and PG teaching in concerned subject. He is involved in trials of Datri Ballatakavati on Amavata, sponsored by RGUHS, Bangalore, in the PG Department of Rasashastra, DGM Ayurvedic Medical College and Research Center, Gadag. He has more than 20 years of experience in treating the patients. PG and PhD guide, more than 14 PG dissertations have been awarded as guide and co-guide. More than 14 years of experience in manufacturing of Ayurvedic medicines. More than 20 papers published in different peer-reviewed journals or souvenirs, etc. More than 25 presentations at different events. I welcome Dr. Jagadish Mitti, sir, to deliver a speech on the topic Introduction to Pharmacovigilance. I welcome you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Namita, for my introduction. So as we are all aware about the pharmacovigilance, the recent days, how much importance it has got now in the society. It is a burning topic now in the society, especially in the clinical field or in the medical field. So the thing is, why it came into existence? It started since so much of long duration with the. So earlier when it started, flops were there. Now it is completely succeeded and it's moving on. So it's related not only with the allopathy system of the medicine that it will leads to the many complications when you administer the medicines. It also related to the ASO and ACE drugs. It may be Ayurveda, it may be Siddha, it may be Unani or homeopathy drugs. We always used to tell that if anything, if Ayurvedic medicines are somebody is taking in layman language, we used to tell. So Ayurvedic medicines are not having any side effects. No, it's not like that. Any medicine, if it's not properly processed, it will harm the patient or it will harm the person who is consuming that. And that will harm the public and the society also. So that's why pharmacovigilance program is essential in present scenario. So in my slides, I'm going to explain about the importance of pharmacovigilance, what is the pharmacovigilance, why it is needed, and how it started, the history of pharmacovigilance, and how it's developed, and what to do, the recommendations for how we can make it more successful. So before going to start, you might have seen this advertisement. So Fair and Lovely. So this Fair and Lovely advertisement, they used to tell us, 7 din mein nikar aayegi. You might have seen that. You will become fair within 7 days. So as so many people are using from so many years, but still then they are not fair enough using this Fair and Lovely. So recently it has become the Glow and Lovely also. So we claim that how it became a Fair and Lovely, so that after the many years applying also, the person has not become fair. So that's why they have changed it now. It's coming it as a Glow and Lovely. So that's the one example of the pharmacovigilance as a misleading advertisements. So what is misleading advertisements? What is ADRs? We'll discuss in the next slides. So this is the same one more misleading advertisement. So munjavina hangiranadanta. So that means you will get the glow in the morning, like a morning sunshine. How it is possible? As a morning sunshine, how will you get the glow? By using the soap. So such claims are induced to existence of the pharmacovigilance. So this is the one of the example for the ADR. Due to Patrapinda Sweda, rashes have been there in our hospital. This is the one case. This is another case during Nasya, when doing the Mukha Abhyanga, so the rashes are produced. This is another case where the adverse drug reactions will happen due to the drugs or the procedure. This is one of the ointment for eczema. Somebody has given the ointment, this is. So this ointment produces the blackish over the feet of the patient, both the feet. So this is another example of adverse drug reaction. So considering all these snaps, that's how the pharmacovigilance is needed. So the meaning of the pharmacovigilance, what do you mean by pharmacovigilance? So it's derived from the two words, or pharmaco and vigilance. So pharmaco means it's a Greek word which is called as medicine. Vigilance is watchfulness in guarding against danger or providing for safety. So vigilance, you have to watch the drug. When you administer the drug to the patient, you have to watch the drug for guarding against a danger. It should not produce any harm or providing the safety. It should produce the safety. The drug which you administer to the patient, it should be safe. So that is why keep watching the drug. So what is the pharmacovigilance? Pharmacovigilance is watchfulness in guarding against the danger from drugs or providing for safety drugs. Not only avoids any harm from the medicine to the patient, and also it provides the safety of the drugs. So that is the pharmacovigilance. So what it tells the WHO definition, what about the pharmacovigilance? It is the science and activities relating to detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of adverse effects or any other possible medicine related problem. So it's a science and activities relating to the detection. So first, whichever the medicine you will administer to the patient, if he comes with any reactions, what we can call the labeling of side effects. So some patient will come and administer some of the medicine, will administer and will consume, and will come back next day and will tell that I'm having a rashes, I'm urticaria, itching all over the body, such symptom, or burning of the skin. Then you have to, that's a detection. Then assessment. Assessment means from which drug. You might have prescribed more than 2 drugs, 3 drugs, or 4 drugs, or more than 1 drug. From which drug it has produced. That you have to assess it. Understanding. So understanding that. So from such a drug, it has produced the ADRs, adverse drug reactions. That you have to understand. After understanding that, from such a drug, it has produced the adverse drug reactions from where, from your prescription, the which drug is produced the ADRs, that you have to prevent. So what are the actions you have to do, or what are the actions, or what are the activities you have to do to prevent that adverse effect? That will come under the pharmacovigilance. Or any other possible medicine related. Not only this, any other medicine related problems will be, that is a definition according to the WHO. So what is pharmacovigilance according to Ayurveda? We'll get a verb in the Shloka in Charaka Sutra Sthana, first chapter, 124th verse. Yatha visham yatha shastram, yatha ragni niryata, yatha ragni rasya niryata, tata ushadam vidnyatam amrutam yatha. So what does it mean? Visham, yatha visham yatha shastram. Yatha agni, visham, shastra, agni. So that means if any unknown medicine, if you don't know that medicine, when you administer that medicine, it will become Maratha. It kills the person. Like Shastra and Agni. Jnata, if you are having a knowledge of the medicine, of the particular medicine which you are administering to the patient, which is known to you, it's a known medicine, it will become a nectar. That means it will become a nectar, means it will treat that particular disease for which you administer the medicine or the drug. So, you know, this is a famous quote. Yogada Visham Tikshnamutam Beshajam Bhavet, Beshajam Chayatadaritam, Tikshnam Sampadate Visham. A potent poison becomes the best drug on proper administration. So any poison doesn't mean that it will harm. It should be processed properly. If you process it properly, it will become a nectar. So amrutam, it will become a nectar when you treat the patients with that particular poison. On the contrary, even the best drug, if you not process it properly, then it will become a poison. Or if you use incorrectly also, in clinically, it will leads to the complications. That's how it will become a poison. So that is the importance of pharmacovigilance in Ayurveda. So one more advantage or the existence of the pharmacovigilance is physician who observes and treats frequently the rogi and rogavastha will be a successful physician. So that is the keep watching, vigilance. When you administer any of the medicine to the patient, the physician should observe frequently the Rogi and Rogavastha. Not only Rogi and also the Rogavastha. He will become the successful physician. So that is also, this is the one quote which also explains the importance of the pharmacovigilance. So pharmacovigilance is a humanitarian concern. So drugs should not harm. For humanitarian concern, for the society, the pharmacovigilance is essential. It is a essential factor, essential program in present scenario. So I will tell you how it will be the essential one by what are the effects without the pharmacovigilance, what we are facing in the society. So some examples in USA, adverse drug reactions are among the top 10 causes of drug mortality in USA, which was conducted the survey in 1998. It has been suggested that ADRs may cause 5,700 deaths per year in UK. Because of the ADRs only, there are 5,700 deaths are happening in UK, which was conducted in 2004. Hospitalization is also there due to ADRs, 2.4 to 6.4% of all hospital admissions in the Western world. And also drug-related morbidity and mortality expenses are exceeded. Due to the complications, the expenses are exceeded approximately US dollar 177.4 billion in USA in the year 2000. So considering all these factors, the pharmacovigilance is an essential factor or essential program or for the humanitarian concern as a humanity purpose in the society. It is an essential program which you have to do. So need of pharmacovigilance for Ayurvedic medicines. So in ancient times, so earlier when the Ayurveda started, physicians used to prepare their medicines for their own patients. They will prepare the medicine and they will prescribe those medicines and they will give the medicines to their own patients. There was no license for them, there was no any restriction for them. But today, you are selling the product in the market. You have to consider the safety of the drug. The production and sale of Ayurvedic drugs is formalized in a thriving industry. It has become a big industry now, the production of Ayurvedic drugs. Now we have a global demand of Ayurvedic drugs. So that is why it has become a big industry. So when it is entered into the industry, when you are selling it to the market of so many products, it should not harm any of the human being or any of the public. The drug should be safe. So what our intention is, as per Ayurveda, if the drug is not producing any effect when you are administering it, before that, it should not harm at all. If it is not producing any effects, leave it, but it should not harm the person or the patient to whom you are prescribing the medicine or administering the medicine. So that is why the production of sale, some organization should monitor that sale of the drugs and production of the Ayurvedic drugs so that it will be a safer one to the public and also in the society. So you have two types of medicine. One is classical Ayurveda formulations which are preparing as per the classics. And another one is the patent, which are taking the patent of proprietary formulas, like the Himalaya company, like the Leaf 52. It may be Flexi capsule, it may be a Rue capsule. So many patent formulations which will prepare, they have to prepare as per the rules and regulations of good manufacturing practices. So industrialization of these Ayurvedic drugs has brought many challenges about the safe use of Ayurvedic medicine. So that is why pharmacovigilance is needed. It's an essential factor. So why it started, there is a history of thalidomide, knowing the tragedy. Okay, so it is a OTC drug which they used to purchase. So around 20,000 babies are affected. In 1960, it has entered the market, and in 46 countries it is affected, and it is used as a hypnotic prevention of nausea in pregnancy. So especially in first semester of the pregnancy, this medicine will be prescribed commonly. So due to that thalidomide, what happened? It has produced the situation like the phocomelia, means the deformed infants. The hands and the limbs are not properly developed. It has affected reports about 20,000 cases. So that's how it came into exam. It's a German remedy. So it's a over-the-counter OTC OTC medicine. So that's how it leads to complication. That makes think about the pharmacovigilance. So in USA in 1962, there was amendment. Amendment has been made. The Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act required both safety and efficacy data. In UK, yellow card scheme was started. WHO in 1968 program for international drug monitoring has started because of especially this event which has happened, affected the public and affected the society. This historical background. In 1986, it started as a ADR monitoring system for India, proposed in 12 regional centers. In 1997, India joined WHO ADR monitoring program. In 1986, it was started, but again it was flopped. In 1997, it started. It was flopped and not continued. In 2004-2008, National Pharmacovigilance Program was started. 2 journal and 5 regional and 24 peripheral centers were there, which were overseen by CDSCO. In 2010, Pharmacovigilance Program of India was started, and then slowly developing from since 2010. WHO International Drug Monitoring Program. So WHO started the monitoring the drugs which are prescribing to the patients. In that scheme, in that program, National Pharmacovigilance Centers in India, they have the program and they have the work to do collection, processing, and evaluation of case reports. So whichever the patients you are treating, the case reports you have to take and collection. If any ADRs are there, collect the ADRs, process it, and evaluate them. Any suspected AD adverse reactions by healthcare professionals. It may be a physician, it may be a nurse, it may be a pharmacist. So any healthcare professional, we will inform that should be recorded. In context of ASU, the scope for adulteration is there as Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani drugs. Scope for adulteration of the drugs to get the more benefits. Due to the industrialization of the drugs, adulteration is going on. For example, if you are preparing a Mukta Rasa, Katika is one of the ingredient. In that, they'll put the chalk powder as adulteration. If it is Kampilaka brick powder, they'll use. Due to that adulteration, the drug will not be a standard. It will become a substandard drug. And that leads to complications and produce the adverse drug reactions. And also the development of formulations which do not have conceptual basis are increased. So classical basis, without the basic principles, many formulations are manufacturing in industries. For that, such scenario, the pharmacovigilance is needed. The number of adverse drug reactions to ASU drugs reported in the National Pharmacovigilance Center in India is negligible. So before that, when it started in 1996, 2008, 2000, up to 2010, the ADRs which are there reported were almost negligible. So that is why WHO emphasizes traditional medicines also. For traditional medicines also, pharmacovigilance is essential. So traditional medicines in pharmacovigilance system and published guidelines on safety monitoring of herbal medicines in 2004 it is established. So this program, pharmacovigilance program, aims to provide adverse drug reaction data related to various drugs of herbal, mineral, metallic, or animal and any other origin available in the country. So it may be herbal, or it may be mineral, it may be metallic, it may be animal, or any other origin. When you're getting the drugs, so any adverse reactions when you're producing, either maybe from the drug or processing any formulation, those data should be maintained. So this is coordinated by NPCC and ASU. So guidance of National Pharmacovigilance Consultation Committee, that is NPCC for ASU drugs, constituted by Department of Ayush, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. So earlier when it was started in the year 2010, before that, the National Pharmacovigilance Center was IPGT and RA Jamnagar. And there were 8 regional pharmacovigilance centers. One is, as per the zonal wise they have made. So north, you have Banaras Hindu University. South, you have Thiruvananthapuram. East, you have a Guwahati. West, you have a National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur. Central, you have a Bhopal. One center was there. CCRS New Delhi was one of the center as a regional center. And Siddha, for Siddha medicines, you have a center in Chennai. And for Unani medicines, you have a center in Bangalore. Earlier, there was no homeopathy, only for ASU drugs it was there. There were 30 peripheral pharmacovigilance centers. Were started initially, 8 regional pharmacovigilance centers, and 1 national pharmacovigilance center. There it is an IPGT and RA, Jamnagar, Gujarat. That is Gujarat Ayurveda University. So now it is changed. At the present scenario, the National Pharmacovigilance Center is All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi. Now we have made, as per the system of medicine, we made it, instead of the regional centers, we have made it as a intermediary centers, and we have reduced to 5. As per the system of medicines, it has been divided. For Ayurveda, you have a 2 intermediary pharmacovigilance center. For Siddha, 1. For Unani, 1. And for homeopathy, 1. So homeopathy is also included after that. So for Ayurveda, you have a National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur, and IPGT and RA, Jamnagar. So for these 2, we have a 63 peripheral centers, pharmacovigilance centers. So ours is also one of the peripheral pharmacovigilance center among 63 peripheral pharmacovigilance centers. So these 63 pharmacovigilance centers are divided in NIA Jaipur and IPGT and RA intermediary pharmacovigilance center. And for Siddha system of medicine, Chennai, all the peripheral centers related to Siddha system of medicines are based to Chennai. It is the head for Siddha system of medicine. And Unani medicine, for all the Unani system of medicine colleges, institutions, the National Institute of Unani Medicine, Bangalore, is the head. And for all the homeopathic peripheral centers or the institutions, the National Institute of Homeopathy, Kolkata, is the head. So that's